Hello everybody, Taalmond StarCraft here with another video for you. And here we will be talking about foregating, an excellent strategy against Protoss, and we will be discussing how effective it is against other Protoss players in the early game. Now, in the bottom right hand corner on Slag Pits, we have Nike as the blue Protoss, and spawning in the middle left corner, what am I saying, we have our favorite Protoss player, Taalmond. In this game, I go a 4-gate, and I win. So I'm not really focusing so much on what happens in the game, as rather the consequences of my build as compared to the consequences of his build, and how they mesh together. We will see what goes on, how I manage it. Just to add a point real quick, I am in Gold League. I am not the best player out there, and my timings are not perfect, but it works pretty well in the medium leagues. Once I move up, I've been playing about 5 games a day, hopefully I move up to Platinum soon, maybe even Diamond eventually if I keep working at it, we'll see how effective the 4-gate is against better players. If any of you watch Huck is a famous Protoss player. He's very good at 4-gating. He is in fact amazing at it, and it's where I got the inspiration for my style of 4-gate. Now, in this style of 4-gate, I get my 9 pylon, I get my 11 gateway right away, and then I get my gas as soon as I have the minerals. My timing's a little bit off here. I ended up getting a 13 gas instead of a 12 gas, and I built a probe instead, but I should be getting my gas any second now. Boop, there it is. There's my gas. Sometimes I make mistakes. I forget to transfer my work to gas, forget to build my gas, Cybercore's late, and usually the fastest my warp gates will come out is around the 3-minute and 22-second mark. The slowest they should come out for this push to be effective is around the 3 minutes 45 seconds. Any later, and it won't be as effective as it could be. So we'll be seeing the drone the probe transfer right away into the Vespene Geyser, and the first gateway down. You notice that I'm not walling in. I'm not building my first zealot, unlike this guy. He's going to be producing a zealot as soon as he has the minerals. And I've only chrono boosted once or twice on the probes. I have a couple probes queued up here to benefit from the chrono boost, and I'll be producing my Cybercore. Now, you see, even though I went the early Cybercore, our Cybercores are going down at about the same time. This, people would think, Zach, wouldn't your build be less effective? Because it's not like you're getting your Cybercore out faster. Well, that's not the point of this 4-gate. As you'll see later, it's not so much the early timing of the Cybernetics core and the warp gates, but rather it's the ballsiness of the move, that you move forward with your army and immediately push up the ramp, which a lot of Protoss players will not be expecting. A lot of Protoss players get their first zealot, they get the wall off, they get the first stalker for the range, they get the sentry for the force field. Players are just not expecting this sort of push, and even if they are, they're usually not prepared for it, unless they have a whole bunch of cannons, and then you just pull back. Your economy has not really suffered. You may be a couple probes behind, but you just use that cannon discrepancy, all those resources spent on cannons, to expo and build up probes, and use your military that you have to defend your expo. Pull back. Do not build any more pylons. Do not do too much pressure, unless it's only one cannon and he only has a few units to defend it. See, his warp gates are being chrono boosted just as mine. They are checking the production tab. They are about the same time along. 101 for me, 107 for me, and 103 for him. About the same timing. However, I'm getting 3 gates simultaneously. My timing is a little bit off here, but it's pretty smooth. 3 gates finish, just about when the warp gates finishes, and then I'll be turning them into gates, warping into this pylon, and then pushing up the ramp with 5 stalkers, as you'll see in but a moment. I've stopped probe production in order to get enough minerals for 4 stalker warp-ins. Chrono boosting this so it produces, and there we go. 3 stalkers warping in, and a 4th right there. Now this is where the timing's a little bit delayed. This gives the extra second between an extra stalker, an extra zealot. Luckily for me, the timing was not too delayed. This guy is not amazing at his build, and the 5 stalkers are pushing up this ramp. You see the zealot will be taken down. I'm pulling this, when this gets weak, I'm going to pull it back to make sure it doesn't die, and still having maximum firepower. And here's where I start making a few mistakes, but it doesn't really matter at the point because I'm so far in the lead. He only has 3 warp gates. I have 4. I am in his base attacking his units. He only has 2 stalkers and a sentry, and he's doing a little bit of damage to my units while they're poking away at that pylon. Smart choice would have been to snipe that pylon immediately as he was trying to warp in units. He's waiting for another warp in cycle. He's producing, I'm producing zealots, he's not producing anything at the moment, he is on the run, he's very scared. We'll check the APM tab. APM is not that great, I'm not playing amazing with only 50 APM. But he warps in a full round of Stalkers, hopefully trying to push this off the remaining troops. But no, his probes are forced to attack the Stalkers in the middle line. They're taking massive casualties. He's losing probes. That is never something to do. Even if he does manage to fend this off, he's already lost a bunch of probes. It means he's already behind in the game. Check the units tab. He does have only 15 probes to my 20. Even if he were to beat me off right now, kill all of my units, it would be GG for him. And we will see the eventual cleanup of his forces. We will see that he GG's out right at this moment. And because I was so happy about winning this ladder game, I am currently 7-2 on Season 2. One of the games, which I might cast just for the lulz, there was problems with my graphics card, and I lagged out. This was unfortunate and lost me the game. But, being the awesome player that I am, in another game, which similarly lagged out, even though he dropped in my base and killed all of my workers and my nexus, I still pushed forth, killed his drop, and annihilated his base before he left off. So, that about wraps up this video. This is Taalmond StarCraft, signing off.